Hey family, it's been pretty dry out here in these streets, but it is time for tea time. So let's get ready.
Think it's a game.
No need to make an appearance on Maury, okay? Because Masika and Fetty have broken bread, made peace, and Fetty has spent over $20,000 shopping for the baby, and the baby is not even born yet, okay? He said the baby is his, according to her now, and said that he no longer wants a DNA test. She said all is well and they will no longer be getting a DNA test and that they are on good terms and he wants to do what is right for the baby. Now, I salute my brother for doing what is right for the baby. I think anytime that you put yourself in a position, what I will say going raw dog up in the fucking whore, I'm just saying, so you know there is a possibility that the baby is yours. You should take full responsibility. However, this girl is not your wife and she has been around the block a time or two or three or four, okay? Why would you not want a blood test? You're not married. Like, I just don't get it. But you know what? It's not for me to get it. If you got the money to spend, I say yes, take care of the child, do what you have to do. But at the end of the day, homeboy, I think you need to make sure that baby is yours. I'm just saying. And no shade to Masika. I'm glad that he stepped up. I'm glad that he's not bashing her. That's what a real man should do. But at the end of the day, seeing how she was on Love and Hip Hop and she had 2, 3, 4, 5 boyfriends, you might want to get a blood test. Now, no, you don't need to get on Maury to find out if it is your baby. But, you know, go ahead and get that DNA test and just make sure that that shit is official. I'm just saying. No shade. By now, I'm sure you have all heard that Katt Williams was arrested for assault. And the first issue is that he said that the cashier had looked at him like he was crazy. That, you know, as if he had no business shopping in the store. And then he said he had pulled out, I believe it was $1,500 bills. And that the cashier took the money, put it in his pocket, and acted like he didn't want to give it back to him. And then he said the cashier had called him the N-word, and it was the last day of the month of Black History. So he did what any black person would have done, and he said that was to punch the man in the face. So he was arrested for that, released later on. Once he was released, he has made a couple interviews. He has also challenged Kevin Hart and said that he wants to basically go up man to man to see who is the better comedian for $5 million. Now, no shade to Kevin Hart, but I would be willing to put my money on Katt Williams because in my personal opinion, and this is my personal opinion, I do not think that Kevin Hart is that funny, especially when it comes to stand-up. Now, if I had to choose who I would want to see, you know, live in person between Katt Williams and Kevin Hart, I would probably have to say Kevin Hart because I had a friend about a week ago go to see Katt Williams live in Baltimore, Maryland, and she said that the show was ghetto fabulous. She said that there was no security, no one got checked coming in or leaving out, that there were people in the audience that were smoking weed, people were drinking, they were talking on their cell phones, that it was just off the hook and ghetto. And my thing is, if I'm spending that kind of money, I don't have time for that foolishness, okay? And when I think the way Katt Williams acts, he attracts that type of crowd, you know what I'm saying? Had it be any other comedian that doesn't behave that way, I just don't think they would have that type of crowd, and I think they would have a little bit more security, but that's just my personal opinion. So we are going to go ahead and move over to Blac Chyna. Okay, now you know her mom, Miss Tokyo. She has already gotten Tyga together on a couple, you know, times and told him, listen, I'm not going to be getting woke up in the middle of the night hearing no bullshit about you trying to disrespect my daughter. Now, the latest thing is it has been revealed that her husband, so this is Blac Chyna's mom, Miss Tokyo, her husband put a restraining order out on her because she threatened to kill him and basically chop up his body. All I can say about that is Blac Chyna and Miss Tokyo are from no other than the DMV. All right, no need to say any more. Do what you gotta do, ladies. Okay. And yeah, Rob Kardashian actually had even admitted to that. I don't know, I guess he's proud about that for whatever reason. And also, strange enough, Rob Kardashian just recently was hanging out with French Montana, and I think that's just a little bit crazy since him and Chloe are not on good terms, as she said that he wasn't being faithful after he claimed he wanted to be committed. And you all know that Rob and Lamar used to be really, really close, so I think it's kind of strange that they were hanging out, but I guess he knows his sister's a whore, so whatever. Now, a lot of people are up in arms because, Russell Wilson has been hanging and spending a lot of time with baby Future, okay? But every time, Sierra has always been around. Well, just recently, baby Future was seen with Russell Wilson, no Sierra, but with Sierra's father, who is the nanny for baby Future. Now, I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, I understand it's like, if you're dating a man, yes, he should love you and love your child. But I guess because they got together so soon and her and Future ended, to me, it's just a little bit weird and a little bit strange for me. I just think it's a bit much. And the fact that he was already with his grandfather, which is the nanny, I don't know why boyfriend was around. I don't know. I don't want to judge. I want to think that everything is, with good intention. And I would like to think that if him and Sierra for some reason don't work out, that he would still be in the little boy's life, because that is where my concern would be. If the relationship doesn't work out, that it would affect the child. But I just think that that he's around the little boy so much that the attachment is going to be is so much that if the relationship doesn't work out, the little boy is going to be the one that's going to end up hurt. So I just hope that this relationship is for real. I just hope that it's for real and that they're serious about each other. I just don't know. I just don't know how I feel about baby Future around Russell Wilson so much all the time, and especially without his mama around. I just don't know. Let me know how you guys feel about it. I just I don't know. I just don't know. Alrighty, on a good note, I can say that Sierra has been in Nigeria helping with the children. She has also been performing, and you guys have to understand that I am a huge fan of Sierra. I want nothing but the best for her and baby Future in everything in life, happiness, love.
I believe in my dream, and no one's gonna stop me from achieving my dream. Yay!
Money, health, everything. But it's just a tricky situation when you're dealing with, a new relationship. So I am a little bit concerned, but at the end of the day, that is her son. So it is up to her to do the right thing. I can only hope and pray that things work out for the best. Now, shout out to Tiki44 as she spoke about the situation earlier today, okay, over there on her YouTube channel. Make sure you guys are checking her out, okay. She had talked about Big Freedia, okay, the queen of bounce from New Orleans. Now, this here is just crazy, okay, because ever since Big Freedia was featured in Beyonce's Formations video, Big Freedia has been getting a lot of publicity, and all of it has not been good. He has had to get a lot of shows have been canceled because they have said that gyration is prohibited, which I did not understand, because I feel like no matter what kind of club it's in and no matter what kind of music it is, you're going to be gyrating, whether it's country music, um whether it's go-go music, whether it is R&B, whether it's going to be slow jams, go-go, whatever, you're going to be gyrating, okay? Whether you, when you're going to have a man and a woman, you're going to be gyrating, okay? So anyway, now he has got in trouble because he was receiving Section 8 voucher from the years of 2010 to 2014. He did not report income, and he was not supposed to be getting the Section 8, pretty much is what has happened. Now, he did take full responsibility, and he was in court on Tuesday. Now, it's just tricky because for me personally, I have an issue with people abusing the system. In the same breath, there's so many people out here abusing the fucking system. So is it that this is just a random situation, or are they targeting Big Freedia because of this situation with Beyonce? Because there are so many people who are on Section 8 and yet they got a baby daddy living in the house that's not supposed to be there, or they got a job that they're getting paid underneath the table, or they done picked up a job and they're not reporting their income. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Now, I will say that he has admitted and he has taken responsibility, for it, saying that it was not intentional, but it was a mistake. And he did issue a statement saying that this is an incredible, unfortunate situation, and that he was on subsidized housing for many years before his financial situation changed. He said that he quickly found himself in a new financial situation and frankly knew little about how to handle his money. He said it wasn't until he recently had stopped receiving the housing vouchers, and that is when it became clear that he was not entitled to the assistance that what he had been receiving, and it was an oversight, and he takes full responsibility for it. Okay, so now he has made an apology to his fans. He has made an apology to the state and things like that. He is facing a fine of $250,000. He could also be facing up to 10 years in prison. And they said he stole up to $1,000 in vouchers, and that the value is actually more than $34,000. He confirmed. So I don't know. I don't know. And it says that he will be back in court on March 16th. I can't say that I feel bad for him, but I can say that it is hard when you go from being in a situation to low income to having a little bit of money, and you don't have a financial advisor, where you don't know how to handle having money. So I'm not going to judge him too hard in that situation. And I do feel like with this whole situation with Beyonce, I think that they are kind of nitpicking with Big Freedia, and I just feel like they're looking for every and anything. And Beyonce has big bucks, and they can kind of come at her about different things. She has the money, she has the lawyers, she has the power behind her to deal with it. And I feel like they're going after the little guy. And I think the little guy is suffering behind a situation where Beyonce was trying to basically put him on and give him a little bit of a shine. And that little bit of shine is now basically costing him a lot, because I don't know if this investigation was going on beforehand. I don't know if this just started afterwards, but I know that all of these club appearances started getting canceled after Beyonce stuff. I know that all of this court appearances happened after this stuff with Beyonce, and I find that to be very unfortunate, because Beyonce is rich, and the person who is suffering is somebody who obviously was on public housing beforehand. So I say, give the man a fucking break. You know what I'm saying? He's not the first one to fucking abuse the goddamn system. That's all I'm saying. Get a financial advisor and learn how to manage your money, and let it be a lesson to everybody else to report your income and not abuse the system. So that is going to be it for my tea time. Leave your comments, let me know what you all think, and you guys have a blessed and wonderful day.